Aum Sri Ram, and welcome back to another heartwarming episode of My Sai in 100 Years of Sai. Through these interviews, we honor those who have walked the spiritual path with love, faith, and dedication. And today's guest is no exception. Music and devotion go hand in hand. And today, we're joined by someone whose bhajans have lifted countless hearts. Uncle Reni, a beloved member of Sri Sathya Sai Center, Hillside. Uncle Reni joined Hillside 22 years ago, bringing with him a natural gift for music. And I say that as he is a self-taught singer and musician. He was soon asked to even help guide and uplift devotees through bhajan training, a seva he has humbly fulfilled as bhajan convener for the past 15 years. Uncle Reni continues to be an active devotee at Hillside and is also involved with the Sri Murugan Youth Karagam, Hillside Andhra Mahasabha, and the Sri Siva Subramanya Alayam. Most recently, Uncle Reni was also blessed to take part in the 2023 South African Parthi Yatra. Uncle Reni, thank you for joining us today. It's an honor to have you here. Aum Sri Ram.
Aum Sri Ram.
So, Uncle Reni, let us begin with your connection to Swami, right? How did you come to Swami, and what brought you to Hillside all those years ago?
I was very fortunate enough to join the Sai through my wife and my mom. Prior to that, I've been involved in a lot of extracurricular activities, playing soccer, playing darts, and all those fell on a Thursday evening. And when I got married, everything changed. And as soon as Anushree and my two children were born, my priorities came
Shifted.
To service, and that's when I actually started at Hillside.
Okay. So you would say your musical journey, right? It's blessed many devotees. I'm even fortunate enough to attend bhajan practice when you are there guiding us, right? How did you get into bhajans, and what inspired you to start teaching others as well?
Okay, my bhajan career, or should I say, journey started at a very, very young age, when I was 7 years old. And those days, in the early 70s, we didn't have access to audio visuals like we have today. And it's very, very difficult to actually get into music. And every holiday, school holidays, we used to go to Chatsworth, to my uncle's house. And there, we had a service at a school called Rosa's Primary School. And they used to have a Ramakrishna service there. And I was introduced to that service on a Sunday morning. And I just felt a connection at a very, very young age, and I got into bhajans through that service, to the Ramakrishna service. And I actually made sure every, maybe twice a month, to actually go to Chatsworth just to attend that service. So I would say my journey started from there.
And you know, when you're talking about bhajans, right? Or what's the difference? Like, what difference have you found in Sai bhajans compared to, I'm sure there's so many other various bhajans and different songs and stuff that you've sung at different organizations. What makes Sai bhajans different?
One will find, no, it's not about difference. If you look at the Ramakrishna's bhajans list, the Shivananda Divine Life bhajan list, and also the Sai bhajan, very similar. It's just maybe the 1-2 words that are changed. So I would say everything's similar.
Okay. Uncle Reni, every bhajan, right, it has a feeling behind it. So what do you personally feel while singing? What goes through your heart and mind in those moments of devotion when you're singing?
But one sings, one's got to sing with devotion, and when singing a bhajan, the best thing to actually know what the bhajan is, to understand the bhajan, so you can express that feeling. And you always close your eyes and think of that form, whichever bhajan you're singing for, whichever deity you're singing, picture that form in front of you, and you can actually express that full devotion towards the bhajan, to get the proper feeling of the bhajan.
I mentioned earlier that, you recently just visited Prasanthi, right? And talking about bhajans, like what was that experience for you, like in Kulwantol, and I mean, getting to listen to Sai bhajans finally, live? What was that?
Oh, that's an awesome experience. We didn't have the opportunity to listen to those fantastic singers in Prasanthi live in South Africa. Just for audio visual, recordings that we listen to them, but to actually experience that bhajans in cycle was something that words cannot express.
And there's something else. You were one of the only ones that ever woke up during the trip for Omkar and Nagasan Kirtan. Like, what was it like in Prasanthi, like Nagasan Kirtan? I'm sure it's not like at home. I'm sure everything was like different. What was that experience for you?
It's truly amazing, to find out so many people, by the hundreds, flocked so early in the morning. Unbelievable that the crowd, the participation, and that the love for Swami, just it's truly amazing.
For sure. After so many years, I'm sure like there are a few bhajans that really stand out for you, right? Do you have a special bhajan memory? Maybe one that was like deeply emotional or unforgettable for you? Is there anyone?
Truly, I have plenty of memories with bhajans, but one that really stands out to me was when I sang at the Bidaro temple, the Sri Subramania Alayam, many, many years ago. And when I sing, I normally close my eyes and sing, to every deity. And on one particular Sunday that I was having service, and there was this lady that actually was praying to each deity. And I remember very clearly that I sang a bhajan which was dedicated to the mother. And it was a Sai bhajan. It was a bhajan called Jagoda Dharangi Mat Durga. And this lady, she was actually praying to the mother at that time. And I don't know what problem she had, and she continuously cried. And when the satsang actually finished, she came up to me and she told me that when I sang that song, the mother appeared in front of her. Well, she just felt the mother was like, just holding her and touching her, and she teared. And she didn't get up from that place till the whole satsang was actually finished. So that memory holds a lot to me.
Gives me goosebumps thinking about it actually. So now after you just explained that, would you sing a few lines for us from your favorite bhajan? Just a short offering to Swami and for all of those that are watching.
Talking about my favorite bhajan, like Swami's favorite bhajan was always, the first bhajan that Swami sang was Manasa Bhajare.
Yes.
At a very young age of 7, my first bhajan was Madhavane Shiva Shankarani. Madhavane Shiva Shankarani Narayana Hari Om Paramatma Yantuneni Narayana Hari Om Hari Hari Om Shiva Shankara Om Kailasavasa Om Om Namah Shivaya Narayana Hari Gangadharane Om Madhavane Shiva Shankarane Narayana Hari Om Paramatma Yantunani Narayana Hari Om.
Thank you, Uncle Reni. You really took me back to my early days back in temple as well. So, Uncle Reni, finally, as we reflect on our years in Swami's fold, how would you describe your journey with Swami? What does My Sai in 100 Years of Sai mean to you?
Swami being my guru, guide and God, I've dedicated my life to him for the last 20 some odd years. The reason being I've made a pledge in my heart, sort of thing. Once my son was, cured of the rare disease, I've dedicated my life towards the Sai from that on. And just recently, a few years ago, I suffered a cardiac problem. And sitting in ICU, I actually saw a Swami in front of me, who actually guided me. He said, my journey is not over, So I also always get very emotional when I speak about this, because he's been there for me throughout my life.
Definitely. And we definitely hope you're still going to be here for us, helping us, being our Bhajan convener for 100 years to come, yeah? Uncle Reni, I think also we should, when you say that, I think you've planted the seed of love in your heart, as Swami says. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this episode, for sharing your voice and your memories, and for your love for Swami. As you've shown us, bhajan singing isn't just music, it's a form of worship and a path to unity with Bhagawan. So thank you, Uncle Reni. Jai Sai Ram.